Hello everyone, and welcome again to CEO Diaries. I am Lauren Dallas. I'm CEO of Future Females, and I am going to be your host for this session. I'm very excited about the topic for this session. We're going to be digging into ChatGPT and its use cases for marketing, automations, and productivity. So as you guys join, we're now on Facebook and the Facebook group and LinkedIn and YouTube. So we're everywhere that we should be. Welcome. Please do say hi in the comments as you're connecting through with me. Also, actually, let me ask you, who is using ChatGPT? If you are using ChatGPT, just write yes or hell yes. If you are interested but haven't yet kind of gotten into it, maybe just write interested. And if you are not familiar with ChatGPT at all, then please just write no. And I'll know kind of where to start for this session. As always for CEO Diaries, the intention is to share with you what's really going on behind the scenes of our business. So of course, you're all connected with us in our different social communities and you're seeing the messaging going out there. But what I want to do in this session, I'm going to host it slightly differently to our normal CEO Diaries. I'm actually going to screen share and show you exactly how I personally have been using ChatGPT. So I'm going to design a marketing campaign with you in the next 10, 15 minutes. And I might show you a couple of my favorite hacks as well. So, okay, I'm seeing people saying yes. Mancebo on Facebook giving us a hell yes. Started only. Interested, yes, from Jessica's story. Awesome. The possibilities are literally endless for ChatGPT. So as we go through, please do share any use cases that are working for you. If there's any apps that you're plugging in, I've recently become obsessed with all the extensions you can have that basically integrate ChatGPT into your life and everything you do. So it'll be fun if we can get stuck in and share this together. Before I do, we always have a prize during CEO Diaries. That prize I award in this session, so in about half an hour, to someone who has asked an interesting question or shared something from their own experience. The prize that we're giving away today is different. We at Future Females have created a course for female entrepreneurs and coaches on exactly how to use ChatGPT for marketing, sales, business strategy, leadership and decision-making, and productivity. It's around 20 training videos, and that is what we're going to be giving away to someone during this session. So if you want to win that, literally all you need to do is just comment and interact with me because it makes it so much more fun. Awesome. Okay, so let me get stuck into it. I'm just going to screen share. One second. And I'll share my whole screen. Perfect. Okay, so we recently made this ebook. It's an ebook for female entrepreneurs on ChatGPT entrepreneurial hacks, as you can see. So what is inside this ebook are 9 different strategies that we're using behind the scenes of Future Females to leverage AI to grow your business and increase productivity. So you can see we've already made the ebook. So it covers marketing, sales, and productivity. And actually, if any of you would like this ebook, just DM us on Instagram. Our handle is Future Females. Just DM us chat, and my marketing coordinator will send you the link. So it's a free ebook, and literally it contains the 9 things that are moving the needle most for us. So yeah, DM us chat, and we'll send that to you. But in the meantime, what I want to do is use this ebook as a case study and as an example for how we're using ChatGPT. So a lot of you have probably created a lead magnet, something like this, right? That appeals to your target audience, speaks to pain points that they're facing, and you offer in exchange for someone's contact information, right? So that's the context of this. We now have an entire course on ChatGPT. So we want to offer an ebook so people can get excited if they are in that interested phase that I know so many of you said you are in. I'm just going to make sure you can all see my screen. Okay. Put in, yes, okay, I'm not seeing any issues. Good, I can't see myself while I'm sharing, so I'll pop back over to here. So this is the ebook that we're going to use, and what I'm going to show you is how I would create a marketing campaign around sharing this ebook to our whole community. Okay, so The first way that we would typically look at sharing something, and actually I'll tell you everything I'm going to cover. I want to talk about how to use it for a landing page where you're going to house the ebook. Secondly, how you're going to send it out via email. Thirdly, how you're going to craft a social post and then an ad. So in the next 10, 15 minutes, we will have everything we need to start sharing this ebook out. Obviously, you'll apply this to your own context. All right. So first things first, when it comes to any marketing, it's important to be speaking to your customer persona, right? You as the founder, you probably do this without even thinking about it now. You know the language and you know the vocabulary. ChatGPT does not. They don't yet know who you want to speak to. So you can get very different results depending on whether you just say, write me an email to send this ebook out to people, or whether you say, this is who I want you to speak to in this tone. Now, please write the email. And actually, I'll show you this. So this is just the name of the ebook. So I'm going to come over to ChatGPT. I'll just reopen. Oh, 1 second. Probably shouldn't share my password. Let me quickly log in. Okay, cool. I'll reshare for everyone. Perfect. So hopefully you can see my screen again now. Great. All right. So all I've done is log in. If you guys haven't used it before, then this is the URL you want to go to, chat.openai.com. OpenAI is the company that has created ChatGPT. So one of the partners was actually Elon Musk. Some of you probably know that. It's largely owned by Microsoft. We're actually doing an interview with a guy from OpenAI later this month for our Future Females members to talk about how the technology has evolved and how to interact with it best. So I'm looking forward to that. If you're one of our members already, then you'll see that popping up into your inbox. If you're not and you want to join, the link is in this caption. Great. Okay, so we were talking about writing an email for the ebook called this. I'm going to tell ChatGPT, start a new chat. I've written an ebook called this. And I'm just going to show you if I don't plug in any persona information. Please write an email to share this ebook. Cancel my last one. Okay, let me do it again. I've written an ebook called this. Please write an email to share this ebook. Cool. Hopefully some of you have at least kind of jumped into this interface and started working with it. It's quite exciting when you do. So as you can see, it is fully writing this email. It's got the subject line here. It's got all of the information you need. I haven't even told it what's in the ebook, and it's already plugging in exactly what's in it. So obviously it's just making some inferences based on the title. Perfect. Okay, cool. So this is before I tell it who I'm really speaking to. And there's nothing wrong with this email, right? I could actually just use it like this, but it's not necessarily feeling like Future Females, and it's not necessarily speaking to the exact pain points of you guys, our audience. So I suggest when you start using this that you plug in a description of your customer persona. So I've got mine here that I'm going to show you. This is one of our Future Females personas, the solopreneur. So female, 27 to 40. Lisa is a solopreneur running her business for a year. Lisa's actually a business coach. She's one of our real members. So hello, Lisa, if you are on. So I'm going to plug this persona in. I always say thank you. My theory is one day, if the computers rule the world, at least they'll remember that I was nice. Thank you for this. I'd like it to be more specific to my customer persona. Also written in the language of Future Females, i.e. a lot more conversational, misspelling, friendly, cheeky even, and sassy. Please also start by resonating with my persona's pain points, and then have a strong call to action at the end. Cool. So after you plug this in, obviously it'll be slightly different for you, then you're going to get a similar email, similar outcome, but it's going to sound completely different. So I'll just kind of read the first paragraph. I know you guys can see it, but I don't know how small it is on your phones. Hey, Lisa, are you feeling stuck on how to scale the coaching business? Are you second guessing your strategy and approach? La la la. Well, I've got some news for you. As a solopreneur myself, I understand the challenges that come with running your own business. Introducing this ebook. In it, you'll find these tips, etc., etc. As a fellow female entrepreneur, so you can see, might not have all of the facts right because I'm not a solopreneur, but it's made it a lot more connective and almost emotive as well, which is freaky because it's a bot. In speaking to specifically Lisa's pain points, like don't let imposter syndrome and fear of failure hold you back. Take action today and start leveraging AI to scale your business and achieve the freedom and balance you dream of. So I think that this is pretty good. I'm not sure what you guys think. Obviously, I would edit, but the time that this would have taken to write all of this, obviously such a saving. The thing I'm not sold on is the subject line. So you can also, and one of the things you might have used it, but if not, you don't need to keep writing your search like you do in Google. You just add on to where you were before. So I can just say, please give me 5 alternative subject lines that are more direct and clickbaity. And let's see what it gives me. Okay, see, love it. AI hacks to scale your coaching biz, don't miss out. Unlock the power of AI for your coaching business today. Perfect. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Hopefully this is exciting. All of this is the free version to answer your question. It is good. It's really good. It saves so much time. And Jessica, let me just answer this. Does adding in the link to the company's website help ChatGPT write in your tone of voice? See, that's a good question. And I think a good suggestion as well. I'm not sure if you do that, Jessica, but give everyone your feedback, please. Definitely, if you feel your tone of voice is accurately represented on your website. So I'll actually show you this. Something else we've been working on at Future Females is redefining our tone of voice and making sure it speaks to our persona. So for me, the stage I'm at, it's more important that it speaks to the customer because we're working backwards to it. But otherwise, absolutely, plug in your URL, plug in your Instagram handle, and see what it thinks. I'm going to show you one of 2 other things. Maybe it doesn't let me know which one you're interested in. So in the last week, I've used ChatGPT for 2 more things related to marketing. Actually, I'll also show you the ad copy. One was to write our brand messaging strategy, and the second one was to get tips on how to optimize our Instagram. So actually, I think I can show you all of them. So let me present again. Okay, perfect. So this is actually where I ended up, just to show you. Let me take this comment off the screen. This is where we ended up. So we actually already used ChatGPT to write its own email for its own ebook. If anyone wants this ebook, by the way, it's free. Just DM us chat on Instagram. The handle's Future Females, and we'll send you the link. Cool. So we ended up with this. Your free ebook is here. Get ready to hack your way to entrepreneurial success. You can see all of this copy. Part of our experiment is to send this without editing it at all. So we got as close as we thought we could. And this is what, obviously, we'll sign it off, ChatGPT and Future Females. But this is where we ended up. I then used ChatGPT to write ad copy as well. So an ad is typically made up of like a headline, then a subheading, and then longer form text. So I literally just did the exact same exercise. ChatGPT, can you write me 4 short, punchy ad headlines for this ebook? And you can see what they've come up with. This one's a little aggressive. This one's quite nice. Revolutionize your business with AI hacks. Then the same for the subheadings. So you can see subheadings for your ads typically need to explain what the freebie is, right? Your heading is the hook. Your subheading is like, actually, what are you going to get if you click? So I really like all of these four. And then the text, so the longer version, you can see we kept plugging in persona and vocabulary information, and it started making it a lot more aligned to how we would really speak, right? Like running a business can be a total pain in the you know what. As a female entrepreneur or coach, you're juggling a million things at once. This feels a lot closer to what I might actually write, with the exception of, I don't know, probably Queen. I think I'd call you future females. But you can see that it gets you very, very close. Cool. Let me just quickly have a look at the questions here, and then we'll keep going. Alaba, is it not faster to type your own subject matter rather than ask SEO to suggest for you? So I don't find that it is, for two reasons, maybe three. One, I think often the initial burst for copywriting is most challenging, right? Like getting momentum with anything. Once you're already writing, it's easier to continue. So what I like to use this for is the start or the brainstorm, right? Like, this is my persona. Give me 10 pain points they're facing written in their own language so I can respond in an email. So that's something that's been really nice. We, for our social posts, we'll pull one of those pain points and reverse engineer the copy. The other thing is, I showed you one email, right? But you're not writing one email in your business. Often when you have a campaign, you're writing a series of, ours are typically 8 emails. So then we would use ChatGPT and say, structure the 8 emails following this, normal sales sequence. So at the start, we want the introduction, then we want the credibility, then we want the storytelling, and then write each one. And it just becomes a base to edit from. I find when I read copy, I can easily pick up what's not working in it, but that starting point, like writing 8 emails with 0 input, a lot slower. Also, the more you feed into ChatGPT, the more accurate it's going to get. So once it learns all about you and your persona, then you can just keep going. You'll just say, love that vocabulary. Now please write me an ad. Now please write me the next email. Please write me the ebook even at a stage. So yes. Lauren, excited when I saw Future Females was launching a course related to AI. So Lauren, we've actually released the course already with an incredible man called John Sane. He is a future strategist. He's incredible. He's, for me, the go-to thought leader in the space of futurism. And so we have created a course with him on AI, but what's particularly interesting about it is he speaks about the human adaptation to AI. So not just how to use the technology, which we've covered in our own course, but how to adapt your brain to the change that AI is bringing. Because obviously there's tools developed by AI that we'll use, but there's also a huge amount of strategic change that's going to happen to us if we don't get ahead of the game. So very excited. I'm not sure if you've already jumped into the course, but please let me know how you love it. Yes, let me pop our Instagram in here. Cool. So if you want, just DM chat to here for your free ebook. Cool. Okay, nice. It's just sending to all of you. Great. So I've popped in the handle. Just literally DM us the word chat and I'll send this ebook on over to you. And also if you have questions after this. So on LinkedIn, yes, you can also just DM us on LinkedIn if you don't have Instagram. No issues at all. Perfect. I'm seeing a few more comments here. The reason why you love it, Charlene, is you sometimes struggle to get a catchy description. You're also able to ask it to try again if you're not happy with the description supplied. Exactly. And you're allowed to ask for versions. Give me 10 versions. And also, you probably have multiple personas in your business like we do. So I can say, write 3 versions for this persona, 3 for this, and 3 for this. That's 9 different versions of copy that would have taken me personally a very long time to write. And amazing. This is a really nice use case, one I'm not doing at all. So I use it on my Shopify store to better describe a product. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I love it. Amazing. Cool. I can see there's a lot more questions here. Tessa, what is your opinion on contracting outsourcing to additional copywriters? How does your briefing demand for them? Cool. This is a really good question and something that I wanted to speak about because obviously there's a lot of services that ChatGPT and AI generally are replacing. And in our course with John Sane, that is in our platform already, if you click through and go to courses, you'll be able to see the description and the outline of it. We do talk a lot about what's going to be replaced. And his theory that I agree with is that actually all services will be replaced. What won't be replaced is all of the human element behind your business. So, and obviously like physical products, once you actually have them in hand, tangible and experiences, but anything that is a service, right? There's even AI dentists now. Like, how the hell is that working? So for someone who is a copywriter, for example, what does this mean? He actually had a copywriter, and I'm just recounting a conversation he had with them because he said, I'm not sure how to brief you now or how we should relook at our rate card because, I assume you're using ChatGPT. And their response was, we are, and we also don't know. So I think this industry is changing so quickly. Coming back to the human element being the differentiator, I strongly believe that that is what AI can't replace, at the moment anyway, maybe eventually. So a copywriter for us is strong because they know the backstory of future females in detail. They know my personal journey. And so when they're writing, they're making it as personalized as possible. So they're probably still using ChatGPT as the framework, but they're adapting it to something that is really authentic. Because now everyone can create like thousands, millions of pieces of content in a day and think what that's going to do to our social platforms. It's going to make everything so much more competitive, but also so much more generic. So it's going to be those stories and that unique humanness that comes through. It's probably going to be more even, we also use copywriters for video scripting. Also, you can use ChatGPT, but writing a video that's super personal and hits keywords and has those stories coming through it. So I don't fully know is the answer. Our briefing has changed. We've also integrated ChatGPT almost like a team member, right? We've relooked, and some of you probably have staff and some don't, but we've relooked at our org structure and said, like, we've actually reorganized from like verticals to horizontals because ChatGPT is now doing so much of that like previously manual work. So we can be a lot more productive. So no, that's not a super specific answer, but that's what it's done for us. Okay, cool. I saw a question up here that was really good. And I cannot find it now. Apologies. Oh, Rachel, great. Have you ever generated images from there? Rachel, please let me know if you have. Just pop it into the chat. So there's two ways that I've personally used AI for imagery. Number one is ChatGPT writing a visual brief for something. So let's say it's the ebook that we're giving away, and I hope you guys have received. We would, after we've written the ebook, after we've got the copy for everything, I would then say, write a visual design brief for my designer on what this ebook should look like. What type of image to use? Should it include infographics? Like, what is going to make each point stand out more? And then that brief still goes to like an actual designer. However, I've also used apps that do design for you. My favorite one is Midjourney. You have to use it on Midjourney. Yes, Midjourney. You have to use it on Discord at the moment, but it is amazing. It's like ChatGPT, but for images, if people haven't used it. You plug in, like, this is what I want. I wanted to create my friend a birthday present, so I put in like our backstory and what I think about him and kind of the visuals and colors that would represent. And it generates a whole bunch of different images. And then you pick one and it regenerates from that. So you get more and more niche. And in 5 minutes, you've got this beautiful, unique artwork. So have used it for images, more for pleasure at this stage than for business, but there's definitely more ways of doing it. Okay, cool. I'm going to just touch on one more use case before I wrap up. So please add any other questions you have in here. The other thing that I use it for personally is like my personal life. Obviously, it can create content. It can create your sales scripts. Even if you're doing one-on-ones, I use ChatGPT to practice. I say, give me the top 10 objections of why someone wouldn't want to buy this, and then help me write an email or website copy that reverts on that for them to overcome the objection. So it's amazing. Another thing that I love is the feedback. So once you've even got that copy, then you say, hey, ChatGPT, act like my target persona and give me feedback on what's resonating and what's not resonating based on what you've just read. If you ever get stuck with your prompts too, you can just ask it, what more information do you need from me to give me a better response? So I often do that if I get stuck and I'm like, this isn't quite getting where I want it to be. I just ask what else you need. So on my personal life front, the main thing I've been using it for is travel planning. So I know some of you, like me, you're building businesses for freedom to be able to travel. And luckily tools like this give us back our time as well. So I recently went to Sri Lanka. I was driving a rickshaw around the country, and I went, as we all do, to TripAdvisor, right? And I looked at the top places to go, but it's so not personalized because there's so much content on there now. So I instead went to ChatGPT, and I was like, I'm going there for 10 days. This is what I like. I like adventure and good food and bars and live music. Map for me where I should go and suggest 2 bars and 2 activities in each place. And it ended up creating this amazing, basically travel plan. And then I said, great, suggest hotels in this price range and share with me my 2-3 best flights. There were actually 3 of us going, one from Papua New Guinea, one from South Africa, and one from Fiji. So you can imagine manually trying to match up all of our flights. I just plugged that information into ChatGPT and said, give us flights that are the cheapest, that arrive within 4 hours of each other, and just spat out the results. So clearly, I love it, but I'm just sharing with you as well in case you haven't gotten quite as far into it as I have. The opportunities really are endless. Cool. For everyone who's just joined, I see a few more people have. This is recorded, so you can watch from the start afterwards. We are giving away an ebook about how to use ChatGPT, the 9 top strategies. If you just head over to Instagram and DM us chat, I'll send that to you. And I'm about to, in the next 5 minutes, give away our ChatGPT course. So this is 20 training videos on how to integrate ChatGPT into your business for better strategy, better marketing, sales, and productivity. So that goes to whoever is interacting with me most. So I'm excited to award that in just a minute. But I'm going to ask this question first. Cool, Jessica, can you ask ChatGPT to generate content in different formats? Maybe a table, content schedule, timetables, calendars. So that's interesting. So it can't spit out visuals. So I have tried various things. I haven't said put this into a table. I have used it for our content calendars though. But at the moment, it's been spitting it out like, Monday, Instagram this, stories this, and then I plug it into a spreadsheet. Having said that, you can integrate ChatGPT directly into a spreadsheet, into Google Sheets as well if you use Google. So you could set up your structure of your content calendar and then just teach it, populate this answer into this field and keep that as your standard. So just tell it how to populate your template, and then it definitely can. It can also populate your calendar. So if it's content, for example, you could say, add this to my Google Calendar at 9 a.m. every morning. So you have your content calendar in there reminding you what needs to go out each day. So I use it for my calendar as well. But let me know if you've used it for that. Exciting to think of all the different options. Amazing. Okay. Cool. If there are no more questions, hopefully you're excited to just jump in. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed or even just excited, then please do get our free ebook because it gives you 9 places to start. Secondly, if you're interested in the ChatGPT course, I am about to award it free, but I'm also giving it free to every member of Future Females. So if you are a member of our platform, you're going to have that whole course free emailed out to you by me next Monday. Well, by next Monday, it will be added to your portal before then, I think tomorrow. So you don't need to win. You're getting all of those trainings anyway. And also in our portal, we have that course that we've created with John Sane that I mentioned. The course is how to leverage AI for your business, and it covers your human and, I guess, from a neuroscience perspective, how to prepare yourself for what is coming from AI. So you get both kind of the strategic and the practical. And very exciting, I will be interviewing a guy from OpenAI who created ChatGPT. Again, that'll be an exclusive event just for our Future Females members. And I'll collect your questions beforehand. Okay, without further ado, let me award the winner of our ChatGPT course. And this is to someone who has been sharing and commenting a lot. I'm going to pick Charlene. Charlene, congratulations. Very excited to award this to you. Thank you for sharing. Also, thank you for jumping in with one of the use cases you're doing that I haven't even tried. So for anyone with a physical product business, Charlene's already using it to better describe her products on Shopify. So love that. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Please just DM us your email address and we will send that course link over to you. Yay. I think there's a couple more questions here. I'm just going to answer this one before we do have to wrap up. So Chanel, what if online traffic becomes too much? Is there a possibility we'll have to pay to use ChatGPT in the future? So one of the things I've been thinking about is how ChatGPT replaces Google, right? Because it's so much more than a search engine, but it does what a search engine needs to do. Except instead of giving you 5 million results or 18 million results, it's giving you one curated result that has already read all of those 18 million. So what does this mean for Google? And Google is such a prominent source of traffic for businesses. Will we give a crap about being on page 1 of Google? Will we care about SEO? And therefore, do we actually need to be doing as much content marketing to get our keywords ranking? It really is challenging the way that we're doing things. I don't fully know the answer. Obviously, there'll be a transition phase, but I suspect very much that Google will start to see a lot less traffic and ChatGPT a lot more. There is an option, and there will be, to pay for ChatGPT. They said from the start they're not sure exactly how it will be monetized, but there'll be different ways, right? I'm using it as an individual. I'm on what they call their playground view, right? I've logged in and I'm just playing, messing around. Developers can already access their API. So it's open source, OpenAI. So people are already building thousands, millions of applications using this. Chatbots, for example, on their websites. I mean, we can even do that now. So I'm not sure how they'll monetize it, but I imagine there'll be kind of an access fee for a superior level. And then there'll probably also be like some sort of API licensing model. But that's my guess. I don't know. I guess we will have to see when it comes through. Cool. I think the important thing to remember for now is that what ChatGPT is doing is making your time a lot more efficient, right? I would challenge you, go through your to-do list and just look at how could ChatGPT help me with all of these? Possibly not all, but like start thinking like that, because that time I've taken back in my day and even the expense that I've been able to save using this instead of like manual labor has been amazing. So absolutely use it for your research. Something I was using it for last week, we were rewriting our brand messaging. And I said, like, these are the things I want to know. I want to write my vision, my promise, my tagline, my mission, and my emotional and practical benefit statements. I gave it a framework and I said, scan Masterclass's website and socials and tell me what theirs is. Scan Mind Valleys and tell me what theirs is. So I could, within 5 minutes, see all of my competitors' frameworks. Then I printed it, put it up, and like did a brainstorming session on bringing it back to what's right for future females. So I even did ours and could see where we were out or on track. So definitely using it for research as well. It is a lot faster than, in my experience, a lot faster than kind of sifting through Google results. Okay, I'm going to end on that note. Thank you for joining CEO Diaries. I hope you've enjoyed a slightly different session, sharing screen, kind of going into a use case, and a bit of a training. If you liked it, please do let me know, and I'll do more of these in future. If you are excited to jump into ChatGPT, as I said, hopefully you're already a member, and it will be in your portal now, the John Sane course, and this weekend for the ChatGPT one. If you're not a member, click through in the caption, jump in as a member, and then you'll have access to all of those courses and trainings as well. Enjoy exploring. And I look forward to seeing you all same time next week, but in a different format. I'm going to be hosting a training webinar, so keep your eye on your email. Have a good one. Bye.